Hello and welcome to this new episode of EnergInform-Me. Today we are going to talk about the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and try to understand why it's in the heart of such a geopolitical battle. Why, on the one hand, the United States are trying to block this project when it's almost completely built, and on the other, European countries are opposing it so much. So stay tuned for the answers. Nord Stream is a massive gas pipeline which will be transporting natural gas from Russia all the way through the Baltic Sea to Europe. It will be long of 1,200 kilometers and will be parallel to the existing Nord Stream pipeline. And guess who is owning and operating the project? Right, this is the Russian state company Gazprom. And although the cost is shared between Gazprom and 5 other European companies, it represents almost 10 billion euros, which is huge. Right now the project is almost over. It is completed at 95%, but it has been facing so many obstacles. Here is a little timeline. In 2017, when the construction of the pipeline didn't even begin, the United States were already suspicious about it. They threatened to impose sanctions on the companies who would participate in the construction of the pipeline. And that's exactly what happened in 2019. The American Senate implemented those sanctions that dissuaded many companies, notably the Dutch Allseas, which was key for the construction, to continue the works. Now you can wonder, why is there so much trouble with building this pipeline? Well, simply because Nord Stream 2 reflects very diverging energy interests. Let's start with Germany, for example. After abandoning its nuclear energy program, it had to find an alternative source of energy supply. And therefore gas seemed to be the optimal solution because on the one hand it's cheaper and on the other hand less polluting than other sources. Now Germany wants to take advantage of the Nord Stream 2 project to have a stable and secure supply from Russia, but at the same time is using it as a tool of the Ostpolitik strategy, which aims at normalizing the relationship with Moscow. But at the same time, Germany wants to use Nord Stream 2 to appear as the central European hub in gas imports. But on the other hand, the US suspects that this growing dependency of Germany on Russian energy will make Germany vulnerable to Russian influence. This is why Donald Trump qualified Germany as a prisoner of Russia and recently explained its withdrawal of troops from Germany by the fact that Germany was paying Russia for energy. The most recent move by the US to block the Nord Stream 2 project was 3 Republican senators sending a letter to Germany and threatening to completely crush a German port by economic sanctions if the Nord Stream 2 project was pursued. So this move provoked a huge outrage among German politicians. But the US also hope that if the Nord Stream 2 project is abandoned, they will be able to appear as an alternative supplier of liquefied natural gas, or LNG, which exports have surged in 2019. But they have to bear in mind that Russia also encourages LNG exports with this major LNG company Novatek. So this Nord Stream 2 project is eventually creating 2 axes of divisions. The first one is the transatlantic one, since we mentioned that the US are trying to block the project, to delay it, or to exert pressure on the companies who are participating in it, and on the other hand, the EU would benefit from a stable gas supply. And the second axis of divide is intra-European. Basically, a lot of Eastern European countries fear that the parallel pipelines to Nord Stream 2, like Druzhba for example, will be decommissioned, and this will prevent countries like Ukraine, for example, to benefit from preferential tariffs due to the fact that they are a transit zone. But avoiding Ukraine is part of the Russian plan. Indeed, Russia wants to avoid the different energy-related disputes that occurred with Ukraine in 2006 or 2009. Poland also fiercely opposes this project because it wants to diversify the gas supply with LNG and is looking more to the west. To conclude, for now the situation is very uncertain. Well, firstly, the COVID-19 has altered the plans of Gazprom to continue the construction of Nord Stream 2, but also the US are multiplying the intimidating moves and sanctions. Now the project is struggling to be completed, but we will follow the situation closely. So thank you very much for listening to this new episode and see you next time on EnergInform-Me. Bye!